we are, morning number one. This is actually like a pre-practice morning, isn't it, Mike?
Yep.
The official Catch, Clean, and Cook Ventures actually takes place here tomorrow.
Yes.
And so tell us, what are we doing today?
We're going out here and we're going to have us a little catch, cook, and clean competition adventures. And the favorite part you like is the eating part.
Craig Nichols from Locust Grove, Oklahoma. Everybody calls me the Crappie Cowboy. I own TCC Guide Service in Northeast Oklahoma. I like them new baits, Jack. Well, we're going to start today fishing a little deeper water. They had cold front come through, water dropped down from the 60s to the 40s. I think maybe some of these fish that were transitioning have pulled back into these deeper holes and should be suspended out here in open water. Probably going to see a lot of fish a little closer to the bottom, hopefully not. But as the day progresses and the sun comes out, those fish are going to start pulling up a little higher in the water column and should get a little more active. I'm using a 15-foot ACC crappie sticks jigging rod. Right now, I've got our basic rig set up with I've got a pegged weight up here with bobber stops, and then I'm trying a new bait out today. It's pretty much looks like a live minnow. It is a Berkeley drip minnow. We're going to try that, and we'll just adjust accordingly to how the fish are acting today.
I'm going the right direction.
Did you give her a treat? Yeah.
Oh, don't do that. Ooh, come back. Yep.
That's a slab. We better weigh that one.
Nice.
Now that's a Lake Washington fish right
there. Ooh, that's a good one.
I like our new baits, Jack.
So do they.
How'd you end up coming up with them?
They're choking that bait.
They were on sale?
No,
just something you thought was good?
It's brand new.
Yeah.
And that's the deal on this live scope. If you scanning out, there's crappie. Okay, so that fish isn't moving much. He's sitting still. But if you see a lot of wave or movement in the fish, it's not a crappie. Crappie, depending on the time of the year, this time of year they're going to be ball shaped or maybe football shaped.
There you go. Whoa.
Hey, you got an eater.
Little 2025 MS Fish Camp. What's it all about? It's about catching crappie. And you know what? Catching so many, we're releasing them today.
Like 2 pounds.
Yeah. 2 pounds, that thing wide as a 2x4.
Yeah, that thing is, I'm weighing that.
That's a 3-inch bait, guys. They just choking it.
Look at that old dink.
What about
Look at this.
Bitty ones?
Hey, this is James Callaway with used to be the South Arkansas Crappie Club, but now I'm just known as a Crappie Ninja. We abandoned the Crappie Club, so I go by that now. But anyway, we're on Lake Washington, and we're pulling crankbaits. Of course, they're PICOs. That's all that's in the boat right now. We'll have 6 out to start with. I got to put some line on reels over here, and we'll probably have 8 when all that's done.
And now we're up to the cleaning part, Mike.
Yeah. They caught some fish out here, man, and some big fish. What do you think?
Holy cow, I was with Crappie Cowboy this morning and his cousin, Jack, and they put a whooping on some fish this morning, but we kept some smaller fish to clean.
Okay.
And so that's going to be the cleaning contest of this part. And so we're going to see who can do the best, and they're going to do it with, that's right, manual knife.
Yeah,
so we
outstanding.
are.
Brought to you by Mitch Glenn with Vanguard Tackle and PICO Lures.
Yep.
So he's always a great sponsor for all of our adventures that we take off, and we're very proud to have him here fishing with us today too.
That's what I hear. So there we go. Let's get to cleaning. Craig Nichols today. He says he hasn't cleaned many fish this way, but yet it's looking good for a fillet. I'm sure the judge will come out here, check for bones. What else should they check for?
Yeah. There won't be no bones.
Gills? Scales?
We're leaving more meat than I like to leave.
Fingers? Yeah, all that is downgraded. If there's a finger in your fillet, that's definitely a downgrade. Sometimes you hear in baseball games or basketball games, you hear about the home court advantage. Well, you know what? In this cleaning competition, someone has brought their own home court advantage. He has brought his favorite manual fillet knife. That's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
But
It's
tell us,
manual.
yeah, that's
You gotta
right.
use your hands.
Man, well,
No motor on it.
You're there. Tell us what you like about this before you start whacking away on this.
Like about with a knife?
Yeah,
Oh, I like how it's a it's like one of them multi-tools.
right.
You know, like we call it a yant tool in the construction world. 'Cause it's
Right.
yant, but this ain't got a name. But yeah, it'll
Sharp.
skin deer, fish. You can do skull mounts with it. That's what I've done with this one since I got it
Wow,
in Missouri.
still sharp.
Yeah.
There you go. So go away and we'll watch. Tell us what
I'm
you're
trying to
doing.
remember. I didn't watch him long enough.
Oh,
The Cowboy, I didn't watch him.
you should have been watching
I know.
him.
I should have.
You know your wife's coming over here to clean too. So
I told her to get over
the
here,
pressure is on. All right, so even I am going to take a chance at this, and so we'll see what happens. I'm going to cut right through the backbone, kind of like Mitch, but I'm going to hold on to it, go right up against the backbone, cut through that last section right there. I'm going to run this knife up until I feel those bones. It's coming in from Arkansas, so I get the feeling you've cleaned a lot of crappie in your lifetime, correct?
Very, very few.
What?
But a lot of
There's
spotted.
no way. Your dad didn't make you clean fish?
Oh, we did. I have
Okay.
cleaned a lot of crappie, but not in the last 10 years or so.
Right. How about spotted bass?
A whole bunch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just come from Palaca.
Whoa, look at you. You're going to town.
Ain't no spotted bass
Nice.
down there.
Notice the layover.
That's right.
Like a lot of them didn't do the layover,
The-
but he laid the skin down and then he laid the fish over top
Smooth
of that.
over.
Yeah. Look at this. Uh-oh. Someone's been studying. Old school, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh. It's good. So this is Jack Nichols, and he is the net man for Crappie Cowboy, who's standing off and actually watching very intently on this. He's thinking, now my net man can clean fish? That's what he's thinking. He's shaking his head. Yes. Oh,
So skilled just
that's
like
pretty. That was pretty.
And I actually watch him do it.
Nice. That is looking good. Pretty fillets.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Not on speed.
Not on. Don't speed. Ain't got nothing to do with it. All
Well, I
right.
mean, if you do it, who knows? Here we go. So, Mitch, tell us a little bit about the knives, about the products. 'Cause actually, this is part of your company. This is where this knife comes from.
Yeah, we're a distributor. We're a Southeast United States distributor for these things. They float.
Right?
Yeah, which is kind of cool when you clumsy as I am. And they stay sharp extremely well, and when they do get dull, they sharpen very easy.
Right.
It's real easy to retrieve the edge back on a knife when it does get dull.
All right, so come up here and watch what he's going to show people how to do it. Tell them as
right.
you walk through this procedure.
So I'm cutting right around the gill plate so that there is no meat left right here. All the meat is in this fillet, and then I come up here and I get a pretty good chunk off this head right here. This part, when everybody chops across like that, they leave on this fish. That's half a meal, leaving 2 pieces that big. So I'm gonna come in here like this, and I'm gonna feel my way right down the spine, and I'm banging into the ribs as I go down through there like that. And I'm just kind of worming my way around. And when you get back here to the back of this fin, you'll feel yourself run out of ribs right there. And then I come all the way through. Boy, that knife is short, ain't it?
It is short and sharp.
That is a fairly fat fish, huh? Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that all the way down here like this, right down the spine, right to the tail like that.
Cousin Cowboy?
Yep, cousin Cowboy Jack won that.
Come on, Jack. Come on up here.
There he is.
Net man.
Professional. I will have something for you when I get out to my truck.
He gonna have you to do fillet knives.
No, I don't have any fillet knives, but he had the prettiest and the best. I'm being told fillet.
He did it.
And he did it with a manual knife, not any kind of electric. So.
Well, Mike, we finally got to the cooking part. And look, you're cooking too.
That's right, man. Look at them golden brown French fries. I know you don't like fries, but they sure are good.
That's right. And you also have some of the fresh fish that was just caught today, actually. And so they're cooking that up. And this is going to be quite an evening because everyone from the guides, the pros, to the media are getting an opportunity to taste what Lake Washington has.
Catch, clean, and cook, and we need to add eat.
That's right, eat to it. So we're going to have all kinds of great stuff. We've been blessed to have the people that are here that are part of it. And so once the contest gets going, we have some winners. I see you're back again. You're going to bake some stuff. You're going to do some healthy stuff, right?
Yes.
All right.
Everyone loves fried fish, but baked fish is good too.
What are you going to put on it?
It's a seasoning that's mixed with garlic and onion and a couple other things, and then on another one I'm going to do a little bit of the sweet heat for your meat.
Okay.
Not too much.
Not too
I'll learn
much.
that lesson.
All right. So you're going to use some of this.
I am.
Yep. There we go. So, and they're also a sponsor of the event that we're having here in Mississippi. So we're going to show you some more people that are getting some of their recipes, secret recipes probably. They don't want to give any of their secrets away, but that's part of the cooking part, and then someone's going to eat.
I'm making a fish chowder. We're going to use crappie. It's got potatoes, carrots, onions, chicken bouillon cubes, and it'll have fish cubes.
What kind of fish?
Crappie, and there could be a little bit of white bass.
Tell us what you're making.
I am making a crappie ceviche.
She is very
You take the crappie fillets, you cut them into about 1/2 to 1 inch chunks. Then you cover them with fresh lime juice, completely covered. Add a little fresh garlic, a little bit of diced jalapeno, and you let that marinate for about 6 hours. And the acid in the lime juice will cook the fish. Then after that's done, and you can see the fish is white, it's cooked. The lime juice cooked the fish. So when we're done with that, we're going to add cilantro. We're going to add fresh Roma tomatoes, red onion, and avocado, and then we're going to season it to taste, like whatever seasoning we like. And then you can eat it on tostado shells or with just regular the corn chips.
We don't know what we're doing, but we look like we do.
There you go.
You don't have any favorite place, Judy?
This is just for the judging. No, the bigger plates are over there for you.
I judge a lot.
Judging is not a meal, Cooper. It's a whole meal. You're supposed to be tasting.
It's going to be, this has.
I'm an old hand at this.
They're all gonna
It takes me a long time to judge.
They're all going to be so good it'll take us time.
Exactly.
Multiple trips through here.
So here we go. The judges are actually over there tasting. We've had to warn Bill Cooper that it's not a meal. You're just tasting it to see which one's best. But we will keep an eye on Cooper to see how much he's really eating.
Yeah, I think it'd be. Is this like the same entry or two different entries?
I do both of them. There are two different ones.
Okay.
One has a lot of spice to it and one doesn't.
Okay.
Crappie Ninja, first in line.
Getting into the feast here.
There you go.
Is that some kind of chowder you said?
Yep,
I took mine.
The first place went to the Crappie Cowboy.
What'd you cook? I made a crappie ceviche with the camp dog seasoning.
All right.
And there wasn't any left, so I guess they liked it.
That's right. All right, pass it on down. That's second place, team. What did you cook?
Crappie. I did one a little bit with hot and then one regular.
Which seasoning did you use?
Sweet heat for your meat.
On both of them?
Oh, I guess.
Okay, plus your personal best. Your own family secret.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now. All the way from Italy. All the way from Italy. Now, Judy, she had something unique. I tried all of them. Well, my favorite, and they didn't ask me what my favorite was, but my favorite was the crappie chowder that she made. And I liked it so well, I ate 3 bowls of it.
So Mike, what a day. This wasn't even an official day. This is almost like practice day for most of the guys. Competition is tough here.
Yes,
and
sir.
even though it's not a competitive, event, somehow it's kind of turned into that. Way to go, Cowboy.
Yay! This has been a great day for sure, and some great cooking and catching and eating and cleaning. So we're ready for tomorrow.
Yep.
We got our practice day in. Tomorrow it's all for real, y'all. Stay tuned.
A lot of catching.
The Catch, Clean, and Cook adventures at the hashtag 2025 Mississippi Fish Camp. Y'all, this is going to be a great day. We had a practice day yesterday, had a little competition going on, and we got some mighty fine award-winning chefs and all cooking for us. But this is the real deal starting today.
Mason actually has a chance to compete against these rough old cobs. I'll tell you what, I think you have the advantage because, the guides that are in the boat, they're going to let you have the sweet spot. So that's a good thing. But Mason is our youngest. Who's our oldest? Cooper, come in here. Cooper, you are the oldest. All right, you just scan him over there. You can't hardly move.
Judy.
But anyway, that's what we got cooking. So we're going to show you a lot of fishing on the water, Lake Washington.
I just caught my second fish of the day, and it's 194.
Girl.
What color jig this time?
Grenada gold. This girl weighs 187. Good sized fish. She's just gonna, hopefully she'll spawn and nobody will catch her and keep her.
There you go.
Let her go for another day. Go, big girl. Good job, babe. Huh? Yeah. Good job. It's probably about a 170, 182.
All right, good morning. Out here on Lake Washington this morning, getting ready to get started fishing.
It's kind of cold and foggy out here, but I'm gonna walk you through a couple of baits I'm gonna be fishing this morning. And my first choice is gonna be a 1/2 ounce white and chartreuse Arkansas custom tackle spinnerbait. I've got a Indiana blade on there. It's gonna give me quite a bit of flash, but still that thump. This is one of my favorite early spring baits for slow rolling around shallow cover. We've got all these cypress trees, and I'm just gonna be taking this bait and slow rolling it around those knees and those stumps and just scratch those bass. They're just waiting to move up for this early spring spawn. So this one's got a old school living rubber skirt. I do multiple skirts, but I really like the old school living rubber. When the water here is about 46 degrees, this skirt moves with a real slow pulsing action with a split tail trailer to kind of bulk it up. Those early spring bass like that. So right here, I've got my old jig box right here. That's about a 1982 model Excalibur Rebel tackle box. So I still like these old double-sided boxes. So I got all bucktail jigs and a few swim jigs in this side. And then I just got regular spider jigs and rubber skirted jigs on this side. So I can keep a lot of jigs in one box like this. So that's my favorite.
So technically on film, Chris, just so you know, you caught it because it's caught on film. Good. So it's like halftime at the 2025 MS Fish Camp. That's right, guys are coming in, they're switching. So the media and the pros and the guides, they're all switching around so everyone gets an opportunity to get some content. And that's what it's all about. We're getting content. And then you can see on the background, they're just switching around. They're going from boat to boat. And that's what's gonna happen. There's Richard Parker, he's taking out Mason. He's a young angler. We got another young angler in that boat. Right over there, look at that, famous Renee and her husband, and
I'm just the husband.
And just her husband. I'll be going out with them later.
Trying to catch some more crappie. I've been doing a little bit better today. I got information yesterday that the crappie were about 4 to 5 foot deep, and I think we were a little too deep yesterday with our lures, so I raised them up a little bit, and we've caught 6 today so far. So that's tripled what we had yesterday. Chrome clown, I guess. PICO.
But how big do you think that one is?
It's over 2.
Oh, yep.
He got it. That's a good one.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Biggest
Look at
one of the
that
day?
Might be.
Maybe.
You gonna measure him? Should we measure him? See what he weighs? Or are you just gonna eyeball him?
Look at that.
Oh,
Close.
better to be lucky than good.
I say. Get it. Let me get it.
How did I put it in your way?
Right there. Uh-oh. Yep. Nope. Trying to decide which one to eat.
Let me get out of your way.
He's going to eat one of them.
Hope it's not as big as mine.
Should be about right. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna come. We'll just let him come to it. He's over here. He'll see. Yeah. Catch him. That's another one. 2 of them. There's 2 of them there. Catch this fish. There you go.
Yep.
I got it, boy.
Oh.
Whoa.
We nailed it. That's a good one. That is a good one. Let me get my rod out of the way. No, you go get the fish. That's a monster.
Ooh, good. Thank you. Look at that. Oh, that's a hoss.
Look at that, 244.
Smoking hot.
That is a big old one.
You want to hop in here, buddy?
Oh, I got one about that. We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have two of them. Just give me a second. Right here. Watch. Watch. We're gonna have two of them. I'll come back to you.
Kiss my fish.
Yeah, hey, that beats mine this week.
Sweet. There we go.
Mine was 238 yesterday.
Good job.
All right.
This that song done.
Woo! All right. Of Catch, Clean, and Cook Adventures, and you know what? It's been pretty exciting. I heard that someone with a fly rod caught a great big fish. I think a 2.44 cell crappie, and so people are out there, they're catching fish. We were in with a couple boats and they caught some big whites. There's some crappie caught that is pretty exciting. I caught even a 2.44 with Jason and Renee Clements, and so I know they caught quite a few fish. So we're waiting to see who comes in. We're going to find out which media person's up there and catching some big fish, and we're excited about that.
Here with Polly and Jimmy, and we went fly rod fishing for white bass on Lake Washington. You heard me right. You can't make this up. I watched this guy catch fish after fish and almost get him to the boat, and he finally whooped this thing. This thing right here, I guess it was just so fat it couldn't get away. You know, he couldn't get out of his own way. I've got a 277 and a 227 right here. Yep. That's our two best of the day. And I tell you what, these things have put a bend in a fly rod. You think they bend your bass rod, you ought to see what a fly rod looks like.
Okay, Mike, it's morning too. So we're back here and we're on the water at Lake Washington.
This is the PICO perch, one of the oldest lipless baits that there is. This comes out of a mold that was made in 1953. We revamped that mold and got these back into production. Couple of different ways you can fish these. They're a good rattling bait, they're a good noise bait, but you don't fish it as fast and hard as a rattle trap because it's got a wider wobble. We're going to come in here about like this, and you can feel that vibrate. So you're gonna throw this out into a spot where you think fish are a little deeper and what have you, maybe shad or down in mid depths. You're gonna let it sink to the bottom, but you're gonna watch your line as it go, because when these sink, they have this motion like this, and fish will sometimes come up kind of like a fluttering spoon and eat them. Once you get that on the bottom, you just rip it up like that, let it sink back down, rip it up, let it sink back down, rip and sink. And it works tremendous like that. Down in Texas, I've seen guys just load the boat in 5 casts with that. So that's the PICO perch. Old bait, still works.
Fight them a little longer. There we go. That's how it's done. Show them, Mitch. Show them.
That's definitely not a drum.
No, that's not a drum. Nice.
Probably jigs.
Ooh, look at that jig box. Show us that jig box. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Show us one or two. Pick one or two of those out. Oh, nice. What is it about a jig that you like?
Being able to skip it around docks, cover, and just don't get hung as easy.
One thing I would recommend them concentrating on is First, they need to, concentrate on school and their education, and concentrate on what their strength is in fishing.
Well, we got off up here, kind of paying attention to that sun yesterday, shining on some of this rock riprap right up the bank here. And that water was 44 degrees 2 days ago. It's up to 51 by the time this afternoon. These whites are starting to move up in there and feed on shad. And so we just kept going up and down that strip. They were using those little flies. Just every little bit they catch one.
Yep. Tell us about this.
Well, that's a clouser, some mini clouser. Bob Clouser invented those things. Great for all kinds of fish. This white color has just been great for the white bass. And once the wind picked up, the fishing picked up. Of course, that made the casting tougher, but we had fun out there.
Clousers have a little weight to them, so they can sink down where the fish are. They have the little bead eyes, so they do have some weight. And as you see, I have a different color, but that's my confidence fly. So that's what that's what it's about. So we're just persistent, and God put us in the right place.
Got a guy who knew where the fish were.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the morning edition of the catching part on here on Lake Washington. Pretty exciting, a lot of fish catching. Actually been in a couple boats, and we've caught everything from crappie to white bass, and there's some other boats, and they're actually catching a variety of fish too. And let's just get a little insight. You catch some today.
I didn't catch any. I was the netter, which I got some pretty good ones.
Actually, that's your job, is it not?
It is.
That is. Except the other day, you caught some.
I did.
Anyway, so
it was.
What we're going to show you is a lot of fish catching, a lot of action. It's pretty exciting.
Baiting Things Outdoors, Lake Washington, Mississippi Legends 2025. Mason Brooks, Rising Outdoor Promoter. This is for you. Now come here, I want to show you something. There you are on the wall of fame. Is that cool or what? Big Mike Jones Enterprises here with my co-host and great friend Brad Wiegmann. We're here at the Mississippi Wildlife Heritage Museum. This is day number 3 of our hashtag Mississippi Fish Camp, Catch, Clean, and Cook Adventures. And we've had a great time all week with all of our writers and media folks and anglers.
What an amazing event, Mike. We were able to pull in media, pros, and guides from across the United States, most of them from the southern, southeastern division. And so we brought them in, and yet what we started with was a group of ragtag individuals that were all for themselves and one for all. And guess what? At the end of the week, it turned out more of like a family gathering, except we have 2 children that keep arguing, and we'll have to do something with them.
But they're married. Out next time.
But
they're married.
We'll just scold them later. But anyway, that's what we had, Mike. Pretty amazing to be able to do this and bring it all. And now we're going to push that out on social media. We're going to have YouTube. We're going to stream it, and people will be able to see all the things that we learn. We're going to show and tell everyone else.
Okay, great. I'm Whitney Dinkins and my husband Cameron Dinkins, and as you said, we live at Linden Plantation, and that's in Glen Allen, Mississippi, on the beautiful banks of Lake Washington.
That's right. And we do events here, weddings, retreats, other things like that. And besides being here on the lake, when people are here, we offer a guide service. We do waterfowl hunts, dove hunts, teal hunts. We did a rabbit hunt yesterday. We might do some more of that. But anybody that's interested in coming to the Delta for a destination event or meeting or something like that, we'd be happy to accommodate you.